Welcome to Balls and Brews. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, gents. Pod 97.
Let's go. Okay, it's not.
I don't know if it's necessarily... No, correct. I think this is the intended flavor. I don't know if it's really something I enjoy, per se, but I do get cranberry and white grape. It's like a la very, very light.
Yeah,
very
I
light.
wish it had a little bit more crisp apple.
Agreed.
Correct. It's very mellowed. It doesn't have that like sweet pop to it.
And when I think that's exactly... It's probably not sweet at all, though even sugar is the second ingredient. It only has 7 grams in this whole can. So, no, that's actually really fucking low for... but I don't mind it in that sense. As it maybe I get used to it. Sometimes, first and second taste, you kind of got to adjust to it. And then after you kind of get the flavor profile, it gets better. But it's significantly fucking better than that first thing that we tried by this company. So,
Yeah.
Cali Craft.
I'm almost sure that we just had a bad batch. Because
Yeah, that had to be.
Because the way it smelt was what gave it away to me as a bad batch. Something in it went wrong. Because it would never have smelled
Dude, and it
like
left that scent in my sink. After
we
we
had to wash
washed
it
the
down.
glasses out and then dumped the water down,
we had to dump.
had
We
some
know it was because
leftover.
we dumped that full one.
Oh,
down
that's true
after
too.
that.
Yeah, no. We dumped all of
We
them.
did a legitimate taste of what it was supposed to be, or what, because
'Cause
this
it
is a
sounded
different
good.
flavor. The other one sounded even better with the flavors, but it's,
I did too. That's why I picked it up because I saw this one and that one.
So, actually-
but that one wasn't at the store anymore. So I'm
Right.
wondering.
So maybe they
Recall.
got, or something. But so to everybody watching and listening,
Yeah.
on Pod 96, you won't hear it, but we had this exact brand,
It was
Cali
called-
Craft.
It was a pog instead of cranberry.
Passion
white grape.
fruit, orange, guava was supposed to be
Yeah.
the taste, and it was bad. Bad apples
smelled-
tasted like sulfur.
It smelled, and it smelled like sulfur too. It was awful.
So this is why we're commenting on technically we're retrying this, and why we're also heavily critiquing it more than we do, others.
And
but
it says untraditional cider, but the last one wasn't untraditional. It was untastable,
undrinkable.
undrinkable.
Which is first on recorded pod history that we had poured anything out. We have toughed through some things that we didn't like a whole lot, but
Yeah.
there's difference betwing not liking and gone bad.
correct.
Yeah,
I
'cause
agree.
that-
Yes, 1,000,000%.
because
a
we
million
each
percent.
took 2 or 3 drinks of it. We're like, oh man,
We tried.
That was the first alcoholic beverage that I've had that's gone bad, I think.
I just something maybe about the storage or
I don't know.
I don't know, especially since it's a cider as well, because they have to be kept differently. They're apples versus it has to be a different
Maybe it got sat out in the sun.
something, dude. That's
Wasn't in the cool part of the truck.
It was real bad.
Yeah, it was not good. But this is better. It is not as crisp as maybe
6.1.
But that's what I was about to say. It is 6.1 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad for 6.1. But
Give it
it's
to me,
more
give it
of
to me,
a-
give it to
I would
me.
call a girl cider just because I think probably the low sugars and the smooth kind of taste.
Gluten free.
Well, of course, yeah, dude. Of course. There's no fucking wheat in apples.
Hey, man. See,
Do you know
it's probably on here somewhere that says gluten free.
Of course.
It does say vegan.
Yeah, I know. Gluten-free,
vegan.
vegan, made with organic. Yeah, of course.
I mean,
I like
California,
it.
so-
I like it. I'm super happy that it tastes better. Than
I'll
the other
drink
one.
this, and like I said, I'm kind of adjusting to the flavor now, and it's getting better.
Yes, and maybe as it opens up too, you never know.
And it does have a little dryness on the back end, actually. But I would say it leans more flavor profile. I actually get a decent amount of that white grape. I really do. Cranberry, obviously for the color, but it's the second flavor is white grape, and it kind of reminds me of a la like an ocean spray.
I was a little nervous.
We all were.
I was a little nervous.
Oh my god, instant shit lister.
And
is
I
what
bought it
was
too,
about to
so I was
happen.
like, "Oh my god!"
And you could have double dipped your money and gotten a big old bag of boo boo again too.
Yeah, and so I did bring a backup though, so we will have the backup probably
Sure.
next pod.
Excellent.
Yeah. It looks good. It's by the same brewery too.
Yeah.
Just a
Thank
beer.
goodness.
A beer.
Okay. We good job, Cali Craft.
You guys been drinking or eating anything new lately?
Oh man, so last night 2 nights ago, Pops and I found our way to the Fox. Had a really solid bacon burger, dude, and it was really nice because I'm really weary about burgers out and about because they normally just torch them. It got the burger right. It was a little overdone, but whatever. I'm not, I'm not going to complain about a medium when I ordered it medium well or medium rare. But Bacon was great, and I like the. Do you like guacamole bacon burgers? Do you fuck with a guacamole bacon burger at all?
I love them. I mean, getting the bacon right's key, though.
Sure, then it was, but a big old thing of guac with the red onion, it was delicious.
Also, it gotta be good guacamole.
Yeah.
There's I don't know, Porta Subs guacamole, not hot on that.
I've tried that. I tried it once, and I was just like, this ain't it. I don't know where this comes from or where you make it or who tells you how to make it. If this is made in store, you need to go back and fix the recipe, please.
Cheese on said burger, or was it guac?
Always. No, cheeseburger. Like, I don't ever hamburger if I don't have to.
A bacon cheeseburger is
phenomenal.
Is probably my favorite burger. I don't need the barbecue sauce or something. Just give me.
I feel barbecue sauce takes away from a burger.
Well,
I don't like barbecue sauce on my burger.
But I do. Do you want the mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, or do you want Thousand Island?
I prefer the Thousand Island.
I am starting to really prefer.
I will go both.
I love both.
I prefer. I will do no ketchup out of those three. I want mustard and mayonnaise, but I don't want ketchup on my burger.
I love ketchup mayonnaise mix in my mind.
I can understand that. I know you like ketchup, but you like ketchup a whole lot more than the two of us. But I'm a mustard guy.
Or their own special sauces or
whatever, an aioli, that's true. Yeah. I'm not gonna like anything that you make for this burger. If I find the base of it good, I'll give it a shot. A garlic, whatever you got. If garlic precedes whatever I'm eating.
But if you don't have a good aioli, mayonnaise, whatever mix, it makes that burger so dry. It makes you have to have a good.
The bun's gotta. It's between the bun having some life to it, and then obviously not overcooking the fucking burger. So hopefully there's some juices left in that goddamn thing.
I think you gotta get some. Gotta have a nice mix on that. Okay, keep going, Charlie. Sorry, talking about burgers.
No, I know. Had the Boo Boo Brown was on tap. Nice. Yeah, so it's solid. 8.4 for that one. Did you guys realize that? It's an Imperial Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's got a little kick to it. We were sitting on top of the
patio.
Yeah,
I love the patio.
Oh, as the sun's going down, it's 8:00. We're just chilling. It's still 70 degrees.
And it's not windy because sometimes it can get windy.
It got a wee bit. A wee bit towards the end.
On that motherfucker,
wee bit towards the end. Sure. Yeah, 1,000%. It was mostly not windy. The last 7 minutes or so, it got a little windy. But that was super cool. Nice. Also caught Noble Pie and got a stout, an Epic Stout from Epic from Utah. They're the Nitro Stout. And the guy poured it correctly. Just watched it cascade. Because I asked the guy, I was like, hey, is the tap working okay? Because the last time I ordered this beer, it was flat. And I was like, I didn't want to give the bartender shit because he took time doing it. It was already busy. I'm not going to make him re-pour. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the beer. He was like, the tap's weird, but it poured correctly this time, and you got to watch the cascade of the foam into the beer, and then you're
beautiful.
Yeah, and it was an Imperial Stout too. It was 8.4 itself, 8.1, something like that. So it was delicious.
Don't order a Guinness or a beer like that from somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
For sure.
Oh, I see those videos. It's just
dude. So I will not order a Guinness at Boldy's anymore. Boldy's 7. At one point, I had head come back on a 16-ounce like that. So once I took my first drink,
wipe it off with a knife too.
Once I took my first drink, I was already more than halfway done with my beer.
Yeah.
I was like, Angelique goes, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, no more Guinness here." Because dude, you got especially if it's coming off tap. If you have Guinness in a can, it's just gonna do its thing. But if you have Guinness on tap, you can fuck that shit up quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry.
So no Guinness at Boldy 7. Beer, really. Any dark beer, if you don't know how to... Well, any beer, really. But specifically dark beer needs to be poured with care. Because if it's not, then...
Pour with care.
It's funny to say that it's this meticulous, but it's very true. If you fuck up the body of a dark beer, it's not as good.
That sounds like such a good, a beer commercial. Pour with care. It shows the bartender loving on the tap as he's pouring it and shit. Dude, that's a perfect commercial, bro.
Perfect. You might give it an 8 out of 10.
So you know how we get those the things from Butcher Boy that's on the stick, the beef saute.
Sure.
So I had a couple of those, and I froze them because I had made some appetizers and then didn't use them all. So I unfroze those this week. And then cooked them, BBQ'd them again. But you know what I did is, like you said with your tuna, made rice,
Okay.
and cut that up and
Stripped
put
it
it
over
up
the
on
top.
rice.
Absolutely.
Dude, it was amazing. Because,
Yeah.
we always eat them for apps.
Sure.
I was like, you know what I'm fucking doing?
Love
I'm going to use
You
it
turn
for like a
into an
dinner.
entree.
Yeah. Dude,
yeah.
and those
Shout,
beef,
bro.
that beef saute, dude.
Rice is the greatest thing ever because all it does is just gather the flavor of whatever sauce and meat you put on top
I
of it.
just took a little bit
Yeah.
more Yoshitas and added it. My guy, Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo.
Hanging out with my guy, Yo. But yeah, so we've
That's great.
always done it.
I love that. No, anything
apps.
over. You can feed me any protein over rice pretty much, and I'll enjoy it one way or another.
Yep.
How'd your luenga, your
My lengua, my
Yeah.
tongue. Oh, that's right. It came out really good. Yeah, I smashed the shit out of it. The first night I had like 4 tacos, and then I just like put it into a container, and then I scooped it on the side with some rice, and I just ate it like that for the rest of the week. It was really good. Lengua, it gave me more than enough too. Like, it's an investment. It's like a $30 fucking thing, Like, and I can get steaks for like by myself for like $10. So it's like triple that for like one.
So you got to go to Save Mart, bro. I keep telling
The Max
you.
Pack?
No, not even that, but also the 5 for 5. You
I've been to. I guess that's true. I should utilize that more for my protein if I think about it, because I have seen some good deals on that, and I pay more than $25 for a lot of different proteins.
Yeah, and you can freeze and then unfreeze.
I see. I'm not a huge fan of freezing. That's why I try to buy just as much as I need for the week. I live a different, state of being than a family life, right? I try to, basically every time I go to the grocery store, my goal is to get like food for like 4 full days. And then I'll come back on the 4th or 5th day when I run out, like you get low on food or whatever. There you go. There's strategy of Roscoe's grocery shopping.
All right, let's jump into a little sports talk. Trev, why don't you start it off? 49ers made another contract signing. Signed Fred
This
Warner
one makes
to
a whole
the-
lot of sense, though. I mean,
to the number one.
Which one
Anybody
did
gonna
make a
argue
whole
this?
lot of sense?
The number one, number one linebacker contract. Trev, is that what it is?
Yep, highest paid linebacker. He deserves it.
He does, but
Well, I say this to say this.
you say it. Say it now. Say it, Lord.
We have the highest paid linebacker, the highest paid tight end. We have the
Right.
second highest paid running back. These are luxury positions that we are paying, which is great if your team is
so wait, start again.
winning.
Highest paid linebacker,
Highest paid linebacker.
Right now.
highest paid tight end,
Highest paid
Correct.
tight end, second highest paid running
running back. Where's Brian Ayuk at on that?
He's one of our highest paid players, but I have to look. I think he's like top
10?
7, 10.
Okay.
For
that range
receivers,
for
that makes sense because
receivers.
receivers just got
And then-
reset this year as well with
We just
Chase going
paid
up.
Diamador Lenore. We're paying Bosa. These are all the pillars of the team.
Brock Purdy.
And we just paid Brock Purdy, which I wanted to bring up again too, because I know he gets there's a lot of talk around him because of where he was picked in the draft and the state of the 49ers. But the first 3 years on that contract are a lower cap hit than Sam Darnold. Like, it's structured pretty well. Of course, the 4th and 5th year, it gets a little steep, but it still allows the team to pay all those other players that we are paying right now. And it's kind of a unique situation. Usually those, like the positions that they're paying a lot of money, those are the positions you want to pay a lot of money, like at the end when your team is already built everywhere else.
Well, you're gonna find out.
We're
You're
kind of
gonna
doing that
you're-
reversal
so
of order.
yeah, you're basically
The
just saying
positions just had to
we got
ended
the
up that
guys.
way.
They got to stay healthy though. You got a great front. Your
yeah,
first
Trent Williams is also highest paid
your
tackle.
first 22
I
are
was
great.
waiting for that.
Your
I was
first
about to
22 are great, but then back behind it, it's like, what do you have to offer, right? The depth is the scary part. And I know you guys have some people in house that are, going to be relevant.
We're
but
in the process of a changeover with the creating more depth and a lot of the higher paid positions you wish weren't.
what was it? Your first 6 picks were all defense, right? This year,
First 5.
five or six,
First
something like
5
that.
or 6. It's a rebuild, but not a total rebuild. It's like more of a reset.
What I remember hearing or seeing was when Greenlaw was not out there with Fred Warner. statistically his numbers took a great dive, and the Niners defense did in general without Greenlaw.
Well, it was
You should
a
expect that.
combination.
You had like two of the best fucking linebackers in pro football at that point in time. I mean, Greenlaw gets hurt. We'll see what he does with the Broncos this year. That's a big thing. Is does he ever come back?
If he stays healthy and can return to form, he is again one of the best.
But Trev had no what's his face that was quit on the team. Devontae Campbell never even lived. He never really did anything.
What a dude.
That's why it's tough. That's what tough team building. When you do have two elite linebackers or two elite corners, at some point you don't. Because you can't.
The script flips. You got to adjust.
Because one's going to go chase the bag elsewhere.
One's going somewhere else.
They're going to get the knock on the door.
You have to make that deal. You have to make that pick of which one you're rolling with.
Charvarius Ward. We knew we weren't going to pay him because we paid Lenore. We were only going to have one of those high paid corners, and the rest are a bunch of young guys.
So at that point, it's the drafting. That's why drafting is so important. It's not basketball drafting. Football drafting is so important for those reasons. Because filling these positions.
Well, it's year by year, dude. You talk to most of the NBA is getting pretty dicey, and we'll obviously mention some MLB when we get into that about it being dicey at the top. But they used to be you could get a year or two to get your system in, and now it's the what have you done for me lately league. It kind of always has been, but the scrutiny is on you almost instantly, right?
And that's another thing that's flipped with the Niners is the previous years, we were drafting guys to redshirt and to learn in the system. Now we're drafting guys and they have to start right away because we don't have anybody because of those top players. That's what to stay relevant. Like a Kansas City Chiefs, you have to have your front office, good leaders.
Your front office has to be amazing.
Yep.
Your coaching staff has to be good, which most of the time, I think, personally, it needs to be an offensive coach that calls the plays because when you lose said coordinators, like we're going to talk about with the Lions at some point, and the Eagles did, the regression does happen. So then you have to have a quarterback. So there's three things. You have to have your front office has to be good because you have to be able to draft. Look at what the Chiefs can do. All these teams that are always in the mix, they draft always very well because it's the next up. Because you can only keep, like you said, you only keep one linebacker. Sometimes we can't even keep a linebacker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get your D end, your quarterback, you get a receiver, and then you kind of get maybe another player on defense. Or you get
it's amazing how quickly the cap runs out sometimes, right? When you're really trying to put everything together, it's tough.
Expanding every year,
right? No, I know. Well, it's because contracts keep going up. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it's not
cap goes up, contract goes up.
It's expanding, but it's not. It's expanding the contract. It's not expanding how many good players you get to keep.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's those times where you have to
it helps the players more than it helps the regime. Yeah. So I mean. And I'm for it in the sense of these players generate so much fucking money for this corporation. They deserve to get paid billions, dude. Yeah. Billions. Yeah, the slice of their pie is actually not even that big when you look at the total revenue versus what they actually make overall. It's nuts, dude. The the NFL is king, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
I really may be very interested in 2 months, 3 months when we start doing our picks.
Sure.
How the AFC is almost kind of locked in stone. NFC is a very interesting conversation with who can win some of these divisions.
It's more of a mixed bag. The AFC teams are established pretty much.
Who's making the playoff. Basically which ones
man. I think the AFC West is kind of a curious fucking division.
I think that division.
The AFC North. I mean, outside of the Browns, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, the Steelers suck too. It's just between if the Bengals can play defense. Otherwise, the
Ravens.
True.
I want to really write off the Steelers.
I think the South could be interesting depending on how they start.
Anyways, let's not get into divisions, but that's too far of a sidebar. But speaking about that AFC North fucking team, what are they doing at quarterback? What are they doing?
Okay, so here's what I would do.
Tell me, Downey. GM Downey,
if I'm taking over today, okay. I am dropping the pursuit for Aaron Rodgers. I am going into veterans and saying, hey, we're rolling with Rudolph. What happens, happens. And kind of giving them the wink of the eye and being like, we're looking to get our nut quarterback in the next year's draft, basically. You don't have a quarterback on your team. Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, dude, come on. Give me a fucking break. They ain't doing nothing.
Wouldn't that be a story if Will Howard just kind of found his way onto the field and was just a good enough game manager?
And they went 8-8 again, and then
Rudolph, I think he will.
I think he will, but like, what are you going to do? Go 8-8 again and get another like 19th draft pick? And
The
not
mushy
get,
middle is the fucking worst.
all you're doing is doing the same.
Is you're
thing
prolonging
over
a
and
rebuild
over.
for sure.
You have no quarterback.
Is there a quarterback in any other roster that you feel like
Hendon
you can
Hooker.
coach?
I'm wondering about Hendon Hooker, and I've said it for years, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought coming out, if he wouldn't have blew out his knee,
And he ended
would've
up
been,
going. Did he follow Ben Johnson or no? He left Ben
he's
Johnson.
he's still in the
He's
Lions.
still in Detroit.
Yeah.
He's still in Detroit.
I am very interested in him. He's one of the only ones I can think about. Kirk Cousins is the other one, but for the Steelers, I don't want Kirk Cousins. I need Kirk Cousins to play for like the fucking Raiders or an indoor team like that, where you're going to finish the last 7 games indoors, because Kirk Cousins isn't have the cannon.
Yeah, that's going to hurt you at the end of the season.
You can't be playing outdoor games in Pittsburgh with Kirk Cousins.
No, I don't want that. That doesn't sound like a winning recipe.
Them missing on them holding out for whatever they did not do to lose Fields is even though I think Fields is not good and the Jets are not going to be good, he is better than Rudolph and
At least
Will
the Jets
Howard.
are going to try to identify in identity. They're trying to build a team around Justin Fields for at least this year.
Yeah, at least this
They've-
year.
They have committed to the offensive line again.
And
they like.
Chuck is Mr. Justin Fields
I have-
apologist, and I'm the Justin Fields
It's true.
negatory.
I have been trying to get this kid to turn the corner from a fan perspective
I
since he
still
got
think
drafted.
I still think the Steelers miss on not signing him, even though I don't think he's a good signing. But I still think it's better than what you have,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you should have worked the way through it.
Well, and if I don't know, it's fine if you're going to draft.
Because what he
Will
got
Howard,
2 for
but you should
20.
draft
He only
another
got like 10, or was it 2 for 40? Was it 2 for a 20 million contract year each, or was 2 for 40? Right.
40.
I want to say I don't think he signed for 2 for. Was it 2 for 20 or 2 for 40?
We'll look it up.
We'll be right back with that
But I
stat.
still think that's a better option than Aaron and or Kirk Cousins. Aaron's heads might not even be in the game, and now he has not thrown to any of your receivers, dude. You
He
have
doesn't-
to come You don't get enough time in the building anymore.
2 for 40.
2 for 40. Good job, Charlie. You
Right,
don't get
okay.
enough time in the building anymore to just come in late and not already know.
It's not
these
your
dudes.
building. It's not your building at all. You don't know anybody.
Right.
You
You
literally
have no identity offensively. You
you
traded Najee Harris. You're not the ground and pound team you were. You don't have a
Jalen
true
Warren's
quarterback.
legit, but I mean,
Who else did they? They drafted somebody. What running back they draft?
Oh, that's probably true.
But you just like
No,
dude,
I hate it. I hate that thought process.
I think you start Rudolph or Howard, and you just see what happens, and you hope,
Yeah, I would start Howard.
and then you just get the L.
do it.
Hey, dude, if you get the L's, you get the L's. But
Yeah, at least you
finishing
get a higher draft pick.
8 and 9 is not going to do you any
Right,
good. You have
right.
no quarterback on your roster. Quarterbacks to go sign the dude. How many dudes are leaving their spots? You know what I'm saying? Who's leaving their spots?
Well, no.
You don't even get
at
Tua's
this
or
point
Trevor
in the
Lawrence
season.
is leaving their
At this
spots.
point in the season, you are kind of really screwed because
Oh, Caleb Johnson's starting. Fuck, dude, he's in a roll,
Yep.
dude. That's gonna be that scheme with
He's-
him. He'll run in that scheme.
he fits that style.
Caleb, that's right. That's right.
That's a good pick.
That is black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, we like that pick. But dude, you're in quarterback fucking purgatory
They
right
are.
now.
They have been. No, this whole off. One of the biggest stories of the off. The
You
craziest thing was
I
that
got
they
it.
were the team that traded Seattle a second-round pick for Metcalf, then gave him a contract with no quarterback.
Fuck, we hate on it. We hate on it. I'm hating on
No quarterback. I don't understand that. You okay?
you. You measured your guys' glasses compared to mine.
Oh, okay.
Measuring contest. Live on pod.
It's happening under the table.
But yeah, I mean, me and Charlie are 2 steps away from being it. More me than Charlie, because Charlie's got Jalen Milroe to see what happens.
Yeah,
But
that's
2
exciting at least.
But at least 2 more. We're like 1 or 2 steps away from
Totally
being in
be
that
2.
same spot, though. Too.
Sure. No. Oh, bro, I have
options.
I have a roster that can go 4-13 or 13-4, depending on if we click, if we get the calls our way, if shit breaks our way, turnovers go proper, we stay healthy.
It's the most key thing though is that offensive line and quarterback play
for sure. And I honestly think
That's the most key thing for every. Like my team,
and
same
we-
thing.
so,
Like, even though I play in the hardest fucking division, of goddamn football.
Well, yeah, there's killers up and down the AFC West this year, and the Broncos, I think, I hate to say it, but they really did take a step forward in a lot of ways. I think.
I can't wait till we.
I think they had a really good offseason.
Hey, you
I
cheer
have two
with
top
Harvard,
five.
too,
I have
man.
2 top 5 quarterbacks to
Yeah.
play against every.
Yeah, twice.
1 and 5, but still twice a year.
Yeah. Yeah, 15 is a fucking bad man. I wouldn't want to see him twice a year every year. Unless you're the
Dude, there's a
Niners.
lot of bad men in the fucking AFC if you start thinking about it. All the best quarterbacks.
All the killers are in the AFC, for sure.
The top,
Allen,
the
Lamar,
top 5 quarterbacks
Burrow.
play
Yep.
in the AFC.
Yep.
And then it depends on where you want to argue, Matt, which we'll get into in a couple weeks. And we have a special guest coming on in a couple weeks.
Special
Hey,
guest.
first guest.
But no, quarterback rankings are coming in a special couple weeks. But dude, if you think about the AFC, the top 5 quarterbacks play in the AFC.
I know,
And it
for sure.
and
You
it
know, yeah,
depends
there's no debate there.
And then it depends on when you want to argue everybody else. But at that point, dude, you're serious. I mean, that's 5 of the best dudes.
Well, that's why the AFC is more decided coming into the season already because you know those guys. And
You
they're
lean
gonna
on the quarterback.
bring
In the
their teams with
NFL,
them.
you lean on the quarterback point blank, period. You can win.
You can
You
almost-
still can scratch together a decent season with a schmeh quarterback, but you don't have a chance of getting anywhere in the postseason without, like, a quarterback.
You know, be interesting to
That's
watch.
not completely true.
You know, be interesting. I like to look at the schedule this year. Maybe do something. Maybe if we remember this, we go.
Week 1, baby. We're coming right out the chutes.
We go through. we go through the schedule and we pick the best quarterback of each game and put them as the winner and just do a different auto thing.
I understand what you
and
mean.
look at it
Yeah,
compared to
trace
what
it
happened.
just by who we think the
And
better
compare-
quarterback in
yeah.
the matchup is to win the game, and then
And
see
then-
if that matches the
and then-
school of thought of the great quarterbacks win all the big
I
games.
say we do it this year. I say we go through and just pick it and then go through at the end and be like, look what we thought at the beginning of the year.
I like that.
Look,
Stay
so
tuned
we
for
did,
that fucking segment. That'll be a thing.
You know what I'm saying?
turn that. Yeah.
Like, that would be super cool to see if that, like, because you can almost bet that the best quarterback in every game is going to win the game almost every time. There's only like a handful of times where it doesn't happen.
And also deciding who that best quarterback is. I mean, week 1 we also have Baltimore versus Buffalo, so that's a.
We already know. We already know what Zach says.
One-time
I agree with
MVP
you.
or 2-time MVP? Well, then I always get out shit on down here on the far left.
I have
so,
2.
you know.
In my opinion, it's 2 versus 4. I will not. I
Or
won't.
you don't have him at 3.
No, Joe Burrow is the man.
Okay.
That my 1, 2, 3 are solidified. My 4 and 5 are solidified. I'm not for something to happen. If Lamar would have to win.
Quarterback list coming.
Lamar would have to win to move up. I don't know how else.
Win what? He's already got 2 fucking MVPs.
He'd have to win a Super Bowl to move up.
In theory, he should have gotten the 3rd one. He statistically had a much better year than Josh Allen.
It's not always about your stats, dude. It's about the team. Carrying who's around, who's not around, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to throw shade this way
Yeah.
for. All right, let's move
Because
in.
you're throwing shade at Lamar.
I have him as number 4 and a solid
That's
number
trash take.
For me, I'm
It's not that
I'm a
bad.
little
It's not that bad, to be
4.
honest.
Patrick
It's not
Mahomes
a
is
terrible
1,
take.
Josh Allen 2, Joe Burrow 3, Lamar
I
Jackson 4,
get where
Justin
you're
Herbert
coming
5.
from, but yeah.
Lamar
I
just has to
get
do
it.
more in the playoffs, even if he's
But I
not
don't-
winning a Super Bowl. Man, he's had performances that are up and down.
But
in the
for-
playoffs for sure.
But for me, it's
For sure.
like Joe's been there, and Joe would have been there. Joe's been there a couple times, and he should have won one of them.
Well,
No, once he only got
Josh-
to Joe only got to the one and lost to the Rams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did that throw at the end, dude. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Oh, dude, it was a great game. It really was.
but players like Josh Allen has the best like touchdown interception ratio. I think as far as active quarterbacks
Correct.
in the league. Man, that's nuts for the playoffs.
Does he really? Oh, for the
Yeah,
playoffs.
playoffs. His playoff.
Postseason.
Because he's always, dude. It's the coach and the defense that let JA down, and dude, he plays like Superman in the goddamn playoffs. He
Okay.
can't play any better, dude. When you can't play any better, when you got shit like that going.
You can't play any better.
And then somehow the great
Yeah, we
quarterback
better
still
keep
loses.
moving. We better keep moving.
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
a
tied up
we got a
there.
fucking knob bobber over here.
Oh,
Dude, I would.
Trey Allen.
You guys know, if wasn't a Raider fan, he would be the first jersey I'd buy.
Oh Lord!
First jersey I'd buy.
You were gonna try to buy a Stafford
Get a
Raiders
Wyoming
jersey.
one, bro.
I would have.
I remember.
I would have.
When the
Oh,
smoke-
Wyoming one. Yeah,
that's
sick.
what I'm
brother.
talking about.
I see them a lot of places. You could probably pick one up on Mitchell and Ness. That's an easy one to get.
And I'd be like, well, I was the coach of Wyoming in 2014.
When
Then you
though?
should have been. You should have been for the 2025 too.
I ain't rolling like that, Charlie.
I don't understand why, Donnie.
I
You
ain't
just don't want
rolling
to uncage the animal? Is that all it is?
No, I just don't have the time to do it, and I don't want to be pissed.
Worried about that stick work?
No, I don't want to be pissed at the end.
I think you're scared.
Well, now's the
I
time to
think
come
you're
in before we turn up the
scared.
difficulty, because then people are going to start getting. We get pissed on varsity. What am I saying?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
it's
I ain't
still
fucking-
frustrating. It's still absolutely frustrating.
Let's jump into some NHL playoffs.
What about some NFL rules?
Yeah, no, we got to talk
forgot
we gotta
about the rules. We got
Talk
so
about
deep
the
in this other
push.
shit.
Push.
So I think so tush push didn't get banned. The seeding thing ended up not going through. They didn't even get
Oh,
close.
yeah, the Lions
Which
dropped that.
I understand it. I think that I don't love that some teams get in at the 4 seed 7 and 9, but I do think winning your division.
They're
is
trying
still
to
a
make
thing.
that matter the most,
And
and I
that's what I
can
think.
kind of get behind that.
I'm with it. I'm
can
on
kinda
that
get behind
page.
that.
So I think we all feel the same about the tush push too, though.
Yeah.
I think it's a bullshit thing. And how many times
Wait.
do you see
think
your?
It's a bullshit thing.
no, yeah, meaning that
no.
they wanted to get rid of it.
They wanna get rid of it.
Yeah, no.
How many times do you see your running back at like the 4-yard line get stood up by a linebacker, and then your offensive line comes down and pushes into like the 2
It's no
or in the
different.
If
end
not
zone?
into the end zone, sure.
So it's
All
no
the time.
difference.
Oh, you'll see the pile move sometimes 7 extra yards.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's a master of that. He just stands up and lets his boys get behind him and just move him down the
And
field.
they just stay tall.
yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You get 10. Yeah,
They
dude.
will. They'll let you go a scrum 10,
And
12 yards.
So, go
You
for it.
shouldn't be opposed because another team does a play
Correct.
better than you do, and
100%,
they keep
Trev.
trying to throw it out there that injuries. There's no more injuries on that play than any other.
One
football
dude got
play.
hurt and he played for the fucking Giants.
Yeah, that's
They did it wrong.
They
they
bring that
suck.
up every time, and it's like, what are you talking about? What injuries?
It would also be more, argumentative in the favor of banning it if the injuries were on the offense. If it was the team that was running it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why
Like,
Jason Kelsey was there at the thing to be like,
It's just another football play.
yeah.
There's no
but
increased
it
injury
was only missed by 2, 22-10. They only needed 24.
2 more. Yeah.
So it was only missed by 2. So we'll see where that goes. But another thing too in that.
Let 'em play.
Let him play, coach.
If-
Let him play.
Say you do ban that, right? So now say you got your running back, wide receiver, or quarterback running down the field with the ball. And some linebacker kind of does stand him up, but you're still kind of moving forward, right? So now you as an offensive lineman can't touch or do
Yeah,
anything
and
to
you're
your
gonna say
offensive
that's a
player,
penalty?
but every other defensive dude can
run
run
into
in
him.
and just start beating
Smoke
the piss
the
out of the
fuck
ball
out of it,
and
yeah.
all that shit. So you're literally making your it's not just the tush push. You are now putting those guys in more danger, I think, than you are putting an offensive lineman or said defensive lineman in danger with the tush push.
This
honestly,
is also one of the few examples of where I don't mind the offense having the benefit of the doubt, because more often than not they get it in everything else,
yeah.
and they take away from the defense. But this play, it's not that.
Well, and it's also specifically a very well. They run it in different ways. I was going to say it's a very specific scenario when they run this. It's mostly in goal line. I know that they also go for it like 4th and 1 in the middle of the field or whatever.
And
But like,
many
But
of
you could
teams-
evolve it.
Yeah,
I also
exactly. That's
I
what I was
just
about
don't
to
like
start
the
talking
idea
about.
of if everybody can do it, why take it away?
Yeah,
Correct.
and everybody can do it.
It's not a
And if you
special
don't do it
advantage
well,
for the Eagles.
How about some play action?
They, well, I mean, think about the
about drink your
progression.
beers?
The progression
Oh, shit.
of anything, right? Basically, comes down to everybody thinks it's impossible
drink that yet.
until he smelled it. I saw his
Look at
fucking
the
snout
fucking
get over
color
top of
of that.
that.
It does look pretty.
Dude. That smells good too. I was hoping to get
Peachy
some
little
peach
thing,
stuff.
yeah.
I was hoping to get some
Coming
peach
up.
smell in it. Yeah. I just think it's dude just because the Eagles run it better, and it's also bullshit that the NFL brings it to the Packers table to make the Packers push it through. Even Matt LaFleur even brought up on the Dan Patrick Show and basically said that the NFL kind of wanted us to like do it. Like, come on, like it's not even like the teams that really brought it up. It's more
Gotta save
Goddell.
face, you gotta save face, doggy. You can't fucking go in there and be like, we're gonna change it. No, that's not true. The NFL will if they want
Just
to. The
fucking
NFL will
leave
do
it.
whatever the fuck they want to do.
Forgot
really.
light.
It's 2 of them. You got one behind you too. Hey, we're gonna get brighter here for a second. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna go turn this bad boy on.
But I do think it is a little BS on the NFL wanting that because it's not aesthetically pleasing. Who fucking cares? Just because nobody can stop what the Eagles do, and because the fucking Sean McDermott's an idiot and has Josh Allen going tall and getting his ass hit over the top with it. God, fucking pissing me off.
Nah, I mean, I don't mind a little rugby scrum.
Who cares?
It's no different than any other football play.
Yeah, that's what
Really.
I'm saying. That's why it shouldn't have been.
It's in closer impact. It happens super fucking fast, but it's the same exact play that they pretty much run on any other given
don't
down.
you think
just
that-
much more compact?
Yeah,
You outline
it's
it,
your
and
goal line.
you outline it, and what I bring up is a more dangerous play for that situation than
Yeah.
what happens on the ground. At least if I'm sitting there, my offensive line's pushing me forward and people are hitting, you're not getting like the hit back. The offensive line's holding you like. I don't know. I think it's a stupid thing, and they only rewrote the writing of it because it was even worse because it looked like they were just trying to ban the Eagles' play, which that's all they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But the writing makes it worse for every team, and I don't know why it even went 22-10. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, it should have been way fucking less.
Yeah, sidebar, but it's correlated. Like
Correlation.
I'm not
good
against
word.
either defensive players like pushing off other defensive players like for a block. I don't know why that's outlawed.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's just to take away from the offensive paralysis. I think it's taking away from the offensive, like just in general, like you're just trying to get points because I think you could block.
Has enough advantage.
I think you could almost block it every time if you jumped off
I
somebody.
think that would be great to watch.
Yeah, I think so too, Trev. I'm just trying to give you the other side of the argument.
Cups up.
Cups up.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Does smell great too. You guys smell it?
Yeah, that's good.
I smell every beer before
God,
I
that's
drink it, to be
delicious.
fair.
That is delicious. It's not too like you get the fruit, but it's not overpowering.
Dude,
It's
it's
not-
so
It's
good.
got that little spot of hazy on the back end
Yeah,
where you
I
get
like
that
it.
nice little
It's so
unfiltered.
mellow though because the peach takes the peach.
7%,
The
homie.
peach flavor is so mellow. It makes
That's
the whole
a winner.
drink so mellow.
7%.
that's a winner.
That's a fucking
Peachy little thing. Sierra Nevada keeps hitting on this.
Little thing.
studs and duds. Do you think we should do? Do you think we should do a?
Tutties and dingers. Tutties and dingers pretend studs and duds.
Do you think we should
I
have a
like it.
studs? Since we have the duds,
Yeah, it's shitless, dude.
should we have a studs
Dude,
thing that people that we love on
We need
that we're
another
just like?
whiteboard.
We would need completely different area. There'd be more of
Enough
those
room.
guys. To be fair, I know we're all haters in our own right.
You're more of a hater
myself
than we
and
are.
you. No, you're a hater too, Z. You just don't let yours out of the closet.
Everybody's got a
anywhere
little
near as
bit
much.
somewhere.
You suppress yours even further.
I do
He
suppress
lets his
mine.
out at least a little bit. I let my flag fly, but I'm just saying there's also like a good amount of dudes that I would put on the studs list that might be.
How many that we'd vote for? I wonder.
I-
It'd
I'd
have
have
to be
quite
a
a
group
few.
though. See, that would be the thing.
Right.
Not everybody would make it because it
For
would
sure.
just be like your kind of stud, maybe not everybody kind of stud here.
Yeah, correct.
I do like the studs and duds talk. We got to report.
yeah.
We got to.
That should be
That is good. That is good.
a segment or a pod or something. We
I
gotta do
like
something
that.
with that.
I like that.
Also on NFL, they did agree on the flag football. Every team is allowed one player to
think that's so
make up a
fucking-
team of 10.
I think that's so fake.
Well, and now
It's the Olympics, bro.
Yeah, it's the Olympics.
Yeah, but I think that the NFL dudes. There's how many dudes? If you watch flag football in general of what these guys are doing, it's not NFL football.
It's not.
Well, and that's why those flag football players think they can do it better than the NFL players.
There's only a handful of dudes in the NFL that I think could play, and you're talking some.
Man, I'd love to watch that.
You're talking like
there it is.
you're talking me, Jaden Daniels and Lamar at quarterback because of how like shifty and fast you need to be in flag football. And a receiver, I'm not
receiver all the way.
putting Tyreek Hill to where anything USA because he's a piece of shit.
Justin Jefferson wants
Justin
to do it.
Jefferson's one dude.
Yes.
Sign me up
Yes.
for JJ.
Jamar
for
Chase
sure.
is one dude. Dudes that are super shifty and super fast. That's the only dudes that get. And Devin A-Chain would be a dude that I'd throw out for the Dolphins. Other than
Yeah.
that, the only two quarterbacks are really Jaden. Even my dude Josh is he's too big. I think you're
Need that
Jaden.
shiftier.
Yeah, I think you're Jaden, you're Lamar are more of the area the concern. But the
Lamar,
NFL
though,
doesn't.
That would be.
But the NFL doesn't even get to pick. The Olympic team picks. So the Olympic team doesn't even need to pick an NFL guy.
No.
Well,
No, they don't have to.
true, and then but I think that also allows players to play for other countries too. Amon-Ra St. Brown has dual
Correct.
citizenship; he could play for Germany, and you don't think they're going to pursue that? Players like that? I think it's going to be fun to
It's
watch.
a good take. No, it could very well. It's going to draw eyeballs.
I think it's
The product just has to be reasonable. You
So
know,
this is where the international shit comes in.
Yep.
Fuck the
That's
international
again,
play.
Here we come back to
Fuck
the
the international
shit.
play. This is where your international shit
They're
comes in.
scouting
Flag football.
players right here.
I do want to.
I'm in.
I
I was shifty in my day.
one little.
Not anymore.
In
Blow
your day,
knee.
no, yeah, brother, your hips, knees, and back are.
Yeah,
not.
right. I still fast. You know it too.
You got quick twitch. I'll give you that, but
I
you
just
can't-
gotta get it moving.
You can't sustain.
I just gotta get
Like,
moving. It's got to warm up a little bit, Trev. Gotta warm up a little bit. But
The
it's so
NFL did
It
vote
stretches it.
for a new end of the season award, basically the best
Oh, yes.
offensive lineman,
That's
the
sick.
NFL,
love it.
protector of the year. I think that is a great
Cheers to
fucking
the
call.
NFL offensive linemen.
Yeah, they deserve that because those maulers fucking put their body on the
This
line.
beer
big time.
deserves that too.
True. Pancakes, though, that's got to be a stat that's more closely kept.
Oh, we
everywhere.
didn't even. Everybody does know Sierra Nevada. We went over it though. 7%. They're out of Reno, Nevada, baby.
They're not out of Reno, Nevada.
They better be. We have the Sierra Tap House. No, I'm just kidding. They're out of.
That doesn't even
Chico,
serve.
No, Chico.
California.
That's it.
Do
Correct.
you know they don't serve Sierra Nevada beers anymore? It's not called.
The Tap House doesn't exist anymore.
It exists, but it doesn't serve Sierra Nevada beers.
It's
They're
not.
not exclusive, or they just don't have them at all.
There's zero Sierra Nevada beers. It's like everybody else beers.
What?
It's not like a Sierra Nevada.
When did that happen?
Yeah, when did that happen?
I don't know. I went in there recently, and,
Okay.
and then something. And then
I haven't
I
been
asked
into the
them
Tap House in fucking
to-
ages. So
I haven't either. But like, I went in there recently, and then I also asked somebody, and they said no, go.
Dang, why?
Okay.
That's weird.
well, then they're no longer
It's
from.
like their identity.
They're no longer from Reno, Nevada. Then yeah, they're from Chico apparently. Whatever.
Well, they
I
never
cared.
were from Reno,
They were absolutely. We had a whole tap house. What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. I know they're from Chico. Thank you.
Cigars.
7% though.
Cigars getting to Charlie's head.
Look,
NHL playoffs, and we.
okay, here we go.
So, dude, you got Panthers versus the Hurricanes.
The state of Florida
And they're
is
just
just apparently.
We're gonna get
Where
into that.
hockey.
We're getting into that, and then you got Oilers versus
The
Stars.
the
Stars.
Stars. Oilers are up
3-1.
3-1 now. Fuck
3-1.
me.
They just won last night.
and then you got Panthers are up 3-0.
Yeah.
But guys, we were checking this out before pod because we were just talking out on the couch. Let me read off some of the last champions. I know some of you NHL fans know, but some of the other people may not know. All right, 2024 Panthers versus Oilers. Holy shit, it's probably gonna be again this year.
Good. Looking good.
2023 Knights beat the Panthers. Oh shit, Panthers 3 in a row. Fuck me. Year before that,
Second.
F me, yeah.
Avalanche beat the Lightning 4-2. Okay, but guess what? The 2 years before that, 20
Lightning got it.
and 21, Lightning won 2. So they were looking for 3 in a row.
Florida.
Dude,
Florida
3
running shop.
in a row for the Lightning, 3 in a row for the Panthers, dude. I mean, we are talking some fucking crazy Panther or some crazy Florida shit right now.
Yeah.
They be kicking ass and fucking.
And the
State
Panthers.
capital of hockey is Florida.
I guess right now the Panthers
Fuck Canada.
also
Oh.
they were bad for a long time. The Panthers were.
Yep.
They were one of those laughable franchises
Yeah,
for like
dude, for
multiple
reals.
decades, and to see them pull it all together and to try to get back to their third cup and a rematch would be killer. You guys,
rematch.
come
It is
on,
gonna be
you love a good rematch,
I don't
right?
want Canada to have a chance, Charlie.
Well, I don't, dude. Connor McDavid is the truth, and if he captures one, that's exactly it. If he gets one, dude, that would
be huge.
It would be.
Huge.
It'd be fucking huge.
And the Lightning lost in 2015. So the Lightning did quite
I've
good.
been there
Yeah.
recently a lot.
Quite the
Dynasties
charge,
in
man.
a sport
Quite the
that you don't
charge.
usually see it that often.
You don't. And we're like hockey is quick at the trigger. Boom, dude. You suck in 20 games. Boom, you're firing coaches. MLB has gotten right there, dude. We're down 3
Holy
coaches
cow,
already,
brother,
guys.
You're not wrong.
Oil-
You're not fucking wrong.
Orioles,
Right.
which we all would have thought.
They're like 14, 15 games under 500
Come
already.
out flat and get fired.
Pittsburgh, boom. Paul Skeen's out there throwing heat. Got a beautiful girlfriend. He's doing hard work.
Yeah, but
But that team sucks.
I know.
O'Neal Cruz, a badass mofo though.
It's tough when you have like what could be considered an elite superstar, and then the team just
that's
around him
because-
is just schmeh.
That's because you're like the A's, dude. And you just be shipping motherfuckers off, dude, all the
So
time.
you think
Instead of
Skeens
keeping-
is on his way out already?
Oh, dude, he's just waiting to go
Eventually,
somewhere.
yeah.
Highest bidder, Dodgers, Yankees. He's gone.
I do think Seattle for some Robbie Ray. Giants bullpen has been fired this
Giants
far
play
into
good
the
ball,
season,
dude.
man.
That's
Matty
what's
Chapman.
keeping him. Yeah, no, it's
My
what's
guy,
keeping him
Matty
relevant.
Chapman, dude.
I do.
And then third team.
I'm trying
worst.
not to smell the vapors too hard from Seattle.
I'm very
when it comes to
impressed.
the
I
Mariners.
wouldn't.
I love
One
me.
game back at the Dodgers.
I love the Dan Wilson, Edgar Martinez. Since Edgar Martinez has taken over as our hitting coach,
He's a baller.
He's an absolute fucking animal. Yeah,
that was
for
great
sure.
hire.
Yeah,
Great hire.
I mean, we basically took what was successful in our '90s teams and was like, all right, let's coach this to these kids.
But you guys, I wouldn't have thought. I was looking at your roster early in the year, and I didn't say anything. I was like, damn, dude, Mariners didn't really go out and do nothing.
We didn't. We did nothing
Nothing's
in
really
the
happening
offseason.
here, dude. Luis Castillo still got it. We got lots of questions, and boom, Mariners playing some good ball right now.
Well, because Kirby got hurt, he's coming back. We have a couple of starting pitchers that are coming back off of the IL, and that's going to hopefully make a difference.
We got one team left to talk about that fired their coach.
Oh, got it, and
Colorado Rockies are
Good
5 wins,
Lord.
guys.
Oh my
8.
God.
Eight
Yep,
wins.
they're
Oh my
8.
God.
Yeah,
That's
8 and 42.
historically
8
bad.
and 42. It is.
Historically,
Since
one of the worst.
1800s.
And that's a team.
1800s. Not that's unfathomable to most people. The fact that they have records that long ago is pretty rad as far as file retention. But
That's a team I thought, if I ever went from not rooting for the A's, the Rockies are on my short list of teams to root for. West Coast area kind of stuff, dude. And they've had some sick teams. Think about some of the Rocky teams: Larry Walker, Andres Galarraga, Todd Helton.
is who I was thinking of. Yeah.
God, who the kid? His son plays for the Blue Jays. He
Vlad?
No, he wasn't on a Rocky. No, the shortstop Batista. Bo Batista.
Oh,
I'll think of it.
No,
But
I
he
think
was a
of Bo
Rocky.
Burnham.
Then you got Todd Helton in the Trevor Story years, dude. You got some sick Rocky teams, man. Rockies would be a team that I would have been throwing little fandom towards if I would have dumped off the A's.
I have a fandom question for you because I don't know. And I was watching baseball highlights actually this morning.
Baseball.
And there's a McGuire. Is he Mark's kid?
No, I don't
That
think
just
so.
got called up. I think
Is
he's
it
on
Matt?
Boston.
Matt. His kid's Matt. No, because he's way older. He'd be
Okay.
old as me.
Yeah, I saw that last name. I was like, what?
No, not him.
Okay.
No, there's enough McGuires to go
I
around
thought there
for
could
that,
be, but I
yeah.
just had to ask.
But yeah, you got some my A's are on a really bad losing streak right now.
They were hot for a minute. They was hot then, now they cold now.
we just went through a huge roster transition. We dumped a bunch of guys down, brought some guys up. We'll see what happens. I don't
Why
know.
would you do that if shit was working? That's so that.
Because you just went on a 9-game
Well,
losing
now,
streak.
now, I guess, yeah.
Trying to mix it up.
Mix
We
Yeah.
are looking at, so next week I won't be on pod. I've told you guys. We're going to Sacktown, but the River Cats are in town. So we're going to go to the River Cats game at the same stadium we went to the A's game.
right.
For $90
$1
less.
$1. Yeah, for $1 for sure.
$15, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
Same stadium, dude. Fucking, swear to God.
I
Same
know. I
stadium,
know.
same stadium, same chairs, $100 less. Same ticket.
It matters who you're watching.
We did get to see Aaron Judge. That was bad,
Most certainly does.
motherfucker. Dude, studs and duds real quick. Let me pull up some Aaron Judge stats. Guys fucking just still killing it, man.
Is he still over for Hunsky?
Oh, dude. Yeah, that is crazy. I saw that.
Yes, I think he still
Batted
is.
over 400 this far into the
And
season.
18 home runs. And guess what he said in his latest interview, which makes me love him even more. I'm still, I still got a lot of work to do in my swing and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, bro. Thank you for bad.
Fucking love
Knob gobbler, dude.
it. Dude, he's on the studs list, bro. If you guys didn't vote him on the studs list, I might have a problem. 397, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, he's
397.
not.
He's
He's
under
not
the
not
standard.
on the studs list.
He's under 400 right now. fellas.
Jesus.
397, guys.
5.0.
So he's first in batting average and first in home runs. When does that ever happen? And he's
Well, the Triple Crown does happen. Miggy was the last one to get it, wasn't he?
yeah, but the Triple Crown's home runs, RBIs,
And batting average. Yeah.
yeah, it is batting average. Yeah, good job, Charlie. Right now he's fourth in, but he's only 2 behind first.
Oh, man. Acuna coming back, too. He's been fire.
Yeah.
His first hit was like a home run.
Dude, he's a stud though. That's what we need, man. We need him to be healthy. That's his one thing.
You
Dude,
want to
he's
see
never
greatness be great. What's your best ability?
Availability.
We haven't dropped that one in a minute, dude. I was thinking about that the other day. I was just like, dude, that's a thing because they were trying
He's
to bring
back,
that up on
man.
ESPN.
I got something
So
for
back.
you too. I got a duds.
Yeah. Okay.
Duds. Let me give you a batting average and a stat line. 236, 8 home runs, 24 RBIs, and only 45 hits.
Oh, I
This is
know
Juan
this.
Soto.
Yeah, dude, 745 million, motherfucker. You suck.
Not making that money.
Ah, no, you're not. No,
Dude,
you're
he's not hustling down to first
No,
base.
you're
He's acting
not.
like a chump on the baseball
Homeboy
field.
got paid. Homeboy got paid.
And acting
Easy
like
street.
on a guaranteed contract.
Easy
That's
street.
the thing about the MLB, dude.
Love it. I love that he sucks, dude. I'm not a
Well,
Juan
'cause
Soto
he's-
fan. I've never been a Juan Soto fan. I think he's been so overhyped. He wasn't good for the Padres.
No, dude, they wasted a roster down there those couple of years, man. They
We
had
thought that was the best roster in baseball.
yeah, right. But like the Dodgers were on their come up. That's before they had aligned the fucking infinity gauntlet. But
236. 236
unacceptable.
at 700
Unacceptable.
million.
You need to be at least 333. Period.
You got to be at least close to 300.
3. You got to at
But
least,
you better also-
be at 3.
But he's also
312.
But he's also not a good defender either.
Not
Yeah.
right
He's
now
not
or
really
not
good.
currently.
It's
Yeah.
all bad thus far.
I love it. I fucking love it, dude. I do. I love that Aaron's playing so good with the Yankees and didn't take the big ass contract, and he's took the huge contract and playing like shit, dude. I fucking love it. It makes my heart happy.
I mean,
On that note,
I don't really care about New York sports.
well, I care about the.
Speaking of New York sports, in the
some-
second segment,
and some of the players I do care about because I do think that Aaron Judge is like such an ambassador for the game of baseball.
I don't disagree with that.
Like that's what I wouldn't be like, hey,
And unfortunately, it's one of those things where when the Yankees are good, it's better for baseball. Period.
and it's not like they bought
More
him.
eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they didn't buy
correct.
him. They didn't buy him
No,
from another team. It's all
homegrown.
homegrown.
His story is insane, dude.
Fresno State.
You got no love coming out of college.
Cali?
Yeah.
I don't
Came
know
back to
about
the
that.
Giants. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on.
he didn't want to go because he didn't want to play in that shitty ass fucking city of San Francisco.
Hey, dude. Hey,
Shea-ho.
whoa, we could be ahead of the
Hey-ho.
Dodgers right now if he was on the team.
Shohei said the same thing. He didn't want to play in San Francisco.
That is, he did go on record as to say.
Dude, it has to do with the city, not the team, bro.
I
The
get
city
it.
is dirty. The city ain't
is
right.
fucking dirty. It's not good.
And you still have to pay that goddamn California tax. I'd rather play in L.A.
But that stadium, though, you'd be playing in that stadium. That stadium is sick. That stadium is nice.
It is nice, but you know what else is nice? Him at dropping bombs in New York.
I mean, I guess if you just want to lose in the playoffs again.
Well, he ain't. We're going to break and come back.
And I'm the hater.
hot
And I'm
NBA.
the hater. All right, see you for
Hot
segment
NBA
2,
talk.
y'all.
Smoke them cigars if you got them. Welcome back to Balls&Brews. Cheers, boys.
Welcome back,
Yes, sir.
boys and girls.
Just finishing up that peachy, hazy, delicious.
We got a little basketball to get
Little
in.
thing.
We got a little basketball to
thing.
get into, and then we're going to talk some hats. That's what I'm looking at my phone right now. It's Mariner hats. Can't believe I'm saying that, but I was. NBA playoffs have been exciting.
Yeah.
The Knicks and Pacers series has been a little bit more exciting than the Thunder series. Thunder's kind of taken hold of the Wolves' nuts at the end of the game, the first 2 games, and then the Wolves beat the fucking piss out of them last game. I don't even know what that was insane. That I was not expecting that.
Nobody was expecting that kind of
Game plan
like
was
full
wrong.
dominance. It was wire to wire pretty much. And yeah, it's at home, but you don't expect the swing of momentum necessarily that large. You expect OKC to be competitive. Like
The Knicks
can
and
happen.
Pacers,
It
man.
can happen.
That game, every game has at least been somewhat
Yes,
close.
every game's been very
closer
close.
than the other series, at least.
Yeah, I think today we get Thunder
Thunder Wolves.
Wolves today, game 4.
Sure
I think
do.
Thunder come out on top. It's over. Wolves can tie it.
Let's go Thunder.
You get it back in.
I don't like you.
Hold on. Actually, we have to have a little bit of a side talk now. I guess that we're getting.
Oh, a sidebar. Lay it on me, Downey, please.
So we have now set the parameters of Trev. If Thunder go the way they're going, Trev will win bet. But me and Charlie are tied. So me and Charlie have a Final Four pick. But me and Charlie's picks are the exact
basically, if the
opposite.
Thunder, right? So
Everything's still in the air,
if the
really.
Thunder wins, I lose definitively. Is what that means.
Correct.
Yeah.
Me and Charlie have done a Final Four pick because I took Pacers.
Well, the Pacers, I thought, still had the win for that to go to be the final.
Well,
say.
No, we're tied right here going in. So if you win out,
Well, yeah, but if there's still, I think, an option for us all. Because if
You would
OKC loses, then
correct.
I'm out.
Well, we'll figure that out when we get down the road.
If OKC wins, then it's who you guys picked between the Pacers and Knicks, right?
Correct.
And then
Which is going to be Knicks versus Pacers.
if it goes as far as OKC winning it all, then I become the winner. Which
and
gets
I'm
to
the
decide
definitive.
hat.
Well, which I would be the
Otherwise,
definitive
it
loser.
would be whoever doesn't win the
correct. Who has to wear the hat.
Yes.
Yes. So if OKC wins, most likely if
It'd be you
then-
winning, me wearing the hat.
correct right
Because
now
he's
the way-
taking OKC further.
and I have the Pacers also winning the other one, so we're all good.
I mean, Pacers look great those first two games, but what happened last game?
I don't know. They were right there. They only lost by
Shit happens,
Usually they're
man.
good
Shit
in the
happens.
end of the game.
Only lost by 6. I still think that
Cat had a 20-point fourth quarter. Dude.
That's what happened.
Legit.
That's what happened.
That's
That's-
legit.
but,
That
like-
is too legit.
I feel that him and Brunson aren't mixing, and maybe they need another year, or is this the year you try to get rid of Cat
I mean, you
and
just
come
brought
back?
him in.
But are you going for KD? Like, I don't know. I feel like you're too off and on. Like where the Pacers work is one offense. I feel like the Knicks is like, okay, Brunson down the court this time. Okay, he's gonna do his thing. Okay, it's Cat
As
down
much
the
as
court.
I don't, I mean, I try not to be like a coach to try. I think it's Thibodeau, dude. I don't think it's the group of guys. I think it's the way that
I do think Thibodeau's
they
got it.
play
He's using them.
1,000,000 minutes a night, and his rotation is not deep enough. Like
It's never been deep though.
Right, exactly. And he, like, I think that unfortunately,
I mean,
I've never been a
yeah.
Thibodeau like detractor, like I said. But
Yeah,
I
I
think
like-
that plays into.
Thibodeau builds
I-
your team before the playoffs, then you go get somebody else to win the playoffs.
Well, I like how Thibodeau approaches coaching, but I think he's playing like they're more of a top-heavy team than they are.
big time.
And you got to adjust, and he hasn't seemed to made that adjustment.
No, the Pacers are just going to end up running them down. They got one. I think-
Eventually, right? No, if you turn it into a battle of attrition, the Pacers are going to win that. They are more complete from top to bottom, and they're willing to play 9, 10, 11, right?
Rick Carlisle's a hell of a coach.
He
too.
has been for many, many, many moons in
You
this
know,
league.
Pacers are going to be in a problem though at the end of this year. They got a 3-person squad there that they're not going to probably be able to keep all through this apron thing. You got Siakam and Halliburton and Turner. I think Turner's odd man out.
That's why this has got to be their year. Is like
Best
talking-
time to be good is now. You're right there.
and we're gonna have a new winner. Whoever wins the playoffs out of the 4 teams.
Which
I'll-
is cool. Which is hella cool.
Yes, outside of the Thunder, who should never get a title.
I can't
ever.
wait, dude. I got the hat on. I got to order that hat, dude. Oh, I can't wait.
But if the Thunder win, he wins.
That's fine. I still have the hat at some point in
Okay,
time. You're going to have to
fine.
wear it.
Saving
Dude,
it
I
for
can't
you.
wait. I'm going to make it. I'm gonna make
don't
hat
ever
bets.
lose, Chuck.
I'm making hat bets left
Don't
and
ever
right. Hat bets left and right. I'm coming in with the daggers.
Oh Lord.
Slow pain. But I think that, dude, yeah, the Knicks and Pacers has been a way better series. Thunder, in the first few games, man, I was watching. I was like, dude, they're just dominating. I mean, they literally dominated the first few games. Their defense, I think you said it off pod. They are built, or did Chuck said it? One of you guys said it. Dude, they are built the right way. Dort, you get a defender at point guard, so he can cover. He covers the guards.
He was all NBA.
SGA is not a bad defender. He gets in the mix. You have Williams, your 3, who's also was he
Jalen Williams.
He's a
I
stud.
think, yeah, he went.
Agreed.
I think he went 3rd team All NBA.
That's what I was
this year.
thinking too.
Yeah.
SGA
So then you
didn't really have a good game last game. Though.
No.
That was what was
Nobody
missing.
did.
Nobody
no,
did.
literally
But I think
nobody
he's-
did.
I mean, as an MVP though, you always look at him.
Sure,
lead the
you
team.
got to. The leader's got to be the leader
But
for
then you
sure.
got
but-
Harkins your 4,
Hartstein.
and then you got fucking
It's a good
Chet at
group.
your 5. Dude, you were
a
built
good group.
the right way for a very, very long time. Jaden Williams could be a 2. Chet Williams could be a 2. They're both growing as players.
Holmgren.
and not just
Chet Holmgren.
built for like season success, but postseason.
Yeah, because you have defenders on both sides. Harkinson at top, who also can score, and then you also go get Caruso, who comes in and is like a defensive fucking mastermind
right, so
too.
they're gonna lose to the Timberwolves and never get this close to an NBA championship
I don't know what you
ever
already-
again.
I
I
don't
know
want to
you
see
hate-
that.
I know
'cause
you hate on him.
I'm a Rudy
You
Gobert
guys-
hater as much as Chuck.
God,
maybe-
he's awful.
I
He
hate
looks
Rudy
like a
Gobert.
baby deer out there. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
I
Don't
almost
let
hate
that
him as
man
much
touch
as
the
Chuck
ball.
And you know
hates
what's
OKC.
And you know what's crazy?
That close.
You know what's crazy? Is
He's not a
got-
shit lister, but he's awful. He's awful.
But he's got all defensive teams because he's
He's
just
great
long.
center. Yeah,
He's just
He's a
long.
great center. He never developed a down
on
low
defense.
game.
He
on
can't-
defense. He's
he-
awful
Offensive
offensive.
horribly.
He averages like 6.5 points a season at that length. Teach the guy one shot. He just even needs one, and he could double that average.
That's why it's so confusing, complexing. It's like, what if you
Confusing
just
and complexing.
you've been in the league long enough to have done something to help your offensive game?
Dude,
No.
no offensive.
We're
He
just
looks,
gonna
he
all
looks
bank
like he's
that
on
defense.
goddamn roller skates out there when he has the
One-trick
ball in his
pony.
hands.
One-trick
If
pony.
he's not within 3 feet of the cup, he doesn't dribble. He just stands there, holds it, and waits for somebody to throw it to.
A lot of that team seems that way. Either AE shoots a three or he's driving. He's got no mid game.
Yep.
No, he's got a okay. He doesn't have no mid game. He's got a mid game. It's not the strength of
He's
his
like
game.
got a mid offensive game.
I disagree with that. I think that when he can get going, like,
But I don't.
But,
I think I think that he needs to get a better mid game to get his.
I don't
offensive
disagree
game
with that.
To get going, if you watch some of these dudes, like I know we talk about Kobe a lot and Michael, but dude, they could shoot a game. You could pop up and get those 15-footers like crazy to get the other parts of your game going. Or I don't know.
Valet.
I
just
didn't
don't-
even ask if you had any limes.
I do have limes.
well,
Well, let's taste it before the lime.
No, hold on.
But
hold
I'm
on.
down for some lime.
Hold on.
All right, so we're gonna keep chit
Let's
chat.
check. Yeah, you guys.
I just think that his game is drive or shoot a three. I don't think he even tries for them. And then when he's going off, when he's not getting any threes, dude, his percentage, like,
Yeah, no,
dude,
it's
they were
real bad.
15 for 50 at one point in game one, and guess what OKC was? 10 for 20.
It feels like if he just was able to take that step offensively, he would be one of the better players in the game.
Yes, or
And
get
they
some
just-
kind of post game.
Where is that? It's so
You got to
why?
get. He's got to get some kind of
Where
post.
is it?
He's got to get some kind of post game too. The greats like Kobe and Michael, those shooting guards ended up getting a post game where they could catch it and
they
have
play
some
defense.
and
No,
have
he
some
plays
type. He plays defense,
But
some type of
that's
backup move where he
his-
could. He
All
has
right.
no.
That's all he is.
Valet, no lime.
Yeah.
Cheers, because that's respect to the beer.
Mexican
Trying it for
lager.
the first time. Yeah, from Farmers.
Yeah, decent Mexican lager.
A little 5.5er. I'm all right with that.
Shoot me.
Shoot me. A little squeeze of lime for us all. I mean, it just feels right with the Mexican lager.
I love lime in a Mexican.
No, it
beer.
does. It'll make it a lot
Fruit
better.
your beer. We're not against not fruiting your beer.
And a little salt. If we had a little salt, that'd be amazing too. But we're all right.
Well, it's not a margarita.
You don't put salt in your beer?
Traditionally, no.
It's pretty good. Try it. One
I
of these
could
days.
see why it would match with
better.
this.
Excuse me. Match
All right.
that.
So
Better out than in.
where is Farmers out of? They are out of bum bum bum.
We've
bum.
done farmers
I know for
Yeah.
sure.
before.
It just is bruised and packaged. Yeah, absolutely. Where the fuck?
This is the first
So
Mexican
maybe,
lager.
yeah, and
like
then
the can.
USA. Where the fuck you from, son?
Skull,
Princeton.
Marto-
Princeton,
California.
California. So right over the hill from us.
There are lots of farms down there. Yeah, I just don't know what we got going on with them. I think that AE needs some kind of middle game. He has no kind of post game where he can catch it on the block and deal from there. It either has to be a catch at the 3 and shoot, or he's got to drive.
Well, and besides picking the Thunder to go all the way, he's another reason I'm rooting against the Timberwolves.
Really?
Not an AE fan, huh?
Oh, well, Edwards I am. No, I'm not
Gobert?
talking about Gobert.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
awful. Oh, he's awful.
Julius Randle has had
He's
two
a-
great series, and
He
now
needs
he's
to
back.
figure it out all the way.
Well, he
though.
looks like Julius Randle again. Like he looks like the Julius
he's
Randle.
so
that-
confusing. When he's on, he's a great player to watch.
Look what he did against the Lakers and the Warriors. Like he dominated both teams. You get. I never thought that Julius Randle existed. That's why I picked the Lakers. And now he's back to the Julius Randle that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd have picked the Lakers again if he knew this Julius Randle was showing up. I do. I think that he's so
streaky.
well. Before he's been non-playoff. Now he's back to being.
Well,
we'll see.
consistency like Cat, it comes and goes.
which
Yeah,
means
Cavs.
it's inconsistent.
Yes.
Inconsistent.
But both those-
non-consistent.
I think those two should play on the same team.
They're
somewhere.
basically the same goddamn people.
Play them both on a different team. Put them on the Nets. Trade them to the Nets. More inconsistent Nets.
Dude, the Nets are in just purgatory out there, dude.
Feels
They have,
like it.
they have
Well,
a
after
lot of
Kyrie
they
and
have,
James
they have a
Harden.
shitload of draft picks to change their future coming up. But
Yeah, but you gotta like hit
nothing
on
to
that
build
shit.
around.
correct,
really.
and but they don't have literal.
You
like,
ain't getting
nothing.
Cooper Flag.
Who's their coach? Do you know? Coach?
John Checkout. I don't know.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, bro. Not off the top of the noggin. Nor am I even going to waste my time to look it up. I don't even think it matters.
You got to have the coach that you feel that's the right guy to build it.
Right, and he ain't there.
And
Whatever's happening in Brooklyn need to change.
That's what I was saying.
Yesterday.
Didn't they fire Kenny Atkinson? Isn't that who's coaching the Cavs? Or was that the Cavs?
Brother, I couldn't tell you, dude. No.
Yeah, didn't they fire Kenny Atkinson?
Well,
He
look,
got
the
fired.
Cavs. No, the Cavs didn't fire their coach.
No, but didn't the Nets fire Kenny Atkinson?
Oh,
at one
and then he
point?
went to Cleveland. I don't
Yeah.
think that's accurate, but
It
I
might
could be
be.
wrong. It might be. It might be. It might be.
Kenny Atkinson. Good job getting coach of the year, man. Cavs need to figure some shit out. I think they need a 3, dude. I'm on the pace that the Cavs need some type of wing that can do it.
I'm
I think
thinking
Garland-
that the NBA needs a fucking franchise back in Seattle. Is what I fucking think. I will burn that goddamn Oklahoma City Thunder hat. I will put a hex outside my house so when you walk in here with it, you will
That shit doesn't
instantly
even
feel
exist.
stomach pain.
No, you're gonna
You're
instantly
gonna
have
just
to
poop.
wear it, and
you're just gonna have to poop.
And it's gonna be on a
Instantly.
pod where we're gonna have a long talk, so you're gonna have to wear it for a long fucking time. I'm gonna
I'm
extend
gonna cut-
that
I'm gonna
son
cut
of a
it.
bitch. I'm gonna extend
You need
that
to
son
cut
of a
it.
bitch. Talk to me, Trev.
Extended series every
Fuck yeah, I'm just gonna work it out. Work it out.
Sidebar.
Sidebar. What is this sidebar about, Zach? I don't know. You guys like hamburgers from Mickey D's or something? Yeah, I'm like, what kind of cigars you like?
Jordy Fernandez. That's the Brooklyn Nets coach.
Look up where Kenny Atkinson was coaching.
Who
Charlie
the fuck
knows.
is Georgie Fernandez?
That's the
I don't-
coach of the Nets, bro.
I don't. You're right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Way to look him up. I still don't know who he is.
Well, good. That's
Why
why
is
they're
that
keeping
good?
you
That's
suspense.
not good.
They're keeping you in suspense, man. They got the next up and comer. You know, I mean, where's his coaching?
I mean, Kenny is the active Cleveland coach.
But where did he coach before?
That's what I'm gonna look forward right now.
Look at his herstory.
He was. I
Brooklyn
believe
Nets. I fucking called it.
it was the Nets.
Should have hat betted he'd be wearing OKC hat next pod, dude.
I mean, in between that,
I'm
he made a
rolling.
quick stop at the Clippers.
I'm
and
gonna keep
Warriors.
rolling, brother. Oh, hat bets
You
are
just
coming.
know, lest you forget my. I'm not gonna hat bet that, dude, because I could
You
very
never
well
know.
be
You-
wrong.
oh, you- well, you
I
were
do have
pretty-
knee-jerk reactions. to
You're
things.
pretty confident. You're pretty confident.
Yeah, but
there
not
a
hat
second
betting.
ago.
I don't know.
We gotta throw him out.
I'm
Every
a
time.
Every time now.
Every time. We're just throwing
Every
them out.
time.
We're making this shit interesting. Hats are going to be flying. Better bring an extra one every day.
Day.
So should we get into the hats or we have
Oh.
more basketball?
I mean, basically, fuck the Thunder, and then whoever
That's not
else wins
everybody-
it.
hold on,
Whoever
hold on,
else
hold
wins
on.
it, awesome. Because
You can't go from.
I can say that. That's
You can
my
say, but We
opinion.
can't end the segment. that way.
we sure can. I just
No.
did. I was trying to cut it.
I'm not cutting it. I think that's an unbiased opinion of the
That's an
pod.
extremely biased opinion. That is a
well,
Chuck biased opinion.
Chuck bias and nobody else.
Understandable.
And
thinks
if
that
you
way.
guys supported me, you guys would understand. But no, in fact, you have to strictly take the other stance.
yes, I'm rooting for them to win.
It makes me want to vomit.
I
Deep
know,
down
you-
in my soul.
I can't
Like,
wait till you have to wear that.
mean,
OKC
I can't
hat.
believe you even want to put that shame on me. I can't even believe you're okay with that. You're
So okay with that.
disrespecting
Are you
me
so
as
okay
a
with
friend.
that?
As a friend.
How are you feeling about
As
that?
a friend.
You know, I don't mind
He
supporting
doesn't
my friends'
mind.
teams, but when they're like a rival in the other sport, it makes it a little difficult.
Dude,
A
he
little
left
difficult.
a text voicemail of Warriors after they won their first. It's not even his team.
Correct.
This is he deserves every bit of.
I don't think
that's.
I don't think that's true. At
I
all.
was being
I don't
innocent.
think-
I would make him wear a Raider hat, an A's hat, or a Lakers hat. That's fine. He left the Warriors message, and that just brought out all
You
hell.
done ruffled some feathers, and now Zach is buying an OKC hat.
That is exactly. If he wouldn't have left it, I would have never even thought of it. He left us. I'm getting that.
Well, we
motherfucker
also,
back.
and I did non-biasedly vote for the idea that it doesn't have to be a hat of like
Good.
a rival team. So,
For content. That's
Now
content.
it's your own fault.
Now, yeah.
well, I'm just saying I was non-biased to it. I'm just saying
glad.
I'm literally going to put a hex out in front of my house if
That doesn't work.
You don't know that.
I will have a
You
hex
just-
on me that
you
protects
just-
me from
You
everything.
just wait. You just wait until you're just shitting and barfing your brains out.
In your bathroom.
That's fine.
Or on your floor.
That's fine. I will lock the door and then I'll just let it build up. You'll be stuck in there with your
One
smut.
bathroom.
Ooh, all right.
That got deep.
Chuck's just mad because he brought
Because
out
I hate the
worst.
Thunder. Because I hate the Thunder more than any other thing sports wise. And Zach, you're pretty close to understanding with the movement of the A's and things of that nature happening. Like you're very close. But my fucking childhood franchise moved to the butthole of fucking America to do a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, see, we don't think that about you. You can listen to
Butthole,
this pod.
armpit, whatever.
You can listen to us at Oklahoma City.
Is that?
We have two people that root for you. So when you listen to Oklahoma City,
Turn us down, turn us off in Oklahoma City. Nobody.
I will tell you though.
What are you going to tell me, Zach?
I will tell you. Going to look for Oklahoma City Thunder hats. There's not very many pages of Oklahoma City Thunder hats where there are of like Oakland A's hats and other teams. It is kind of weird.
I mean, it's newer franchise, a little, not as much to offer.
Only like 4 or 5 pages, man. When I'm putting up like 13 and it's like an A, I mean, that's like crazy. You know, I was looking at some Lakers basketball just in general, just not very many pages of hats. I think that the baseball kind of rules the hat world.
1,000,000%. No, it's without a question. All three of the other majors, whether it be baseball, basketball, or I mean not baseball, sorry, hockey, basketball, or football even, they are behind in the hat game. MLB has got the hat game on lock. It's part of their uniform. It's a baseball hat. Like they in theory should absolutely have the most and the best.
Yeah,
But not
it's the
just the uniform hat, the outside. What would you call it? What would be the hat that you don't like see on the field? Like the off one hat, the other hats that baseball teams have.
Well, there's a million of those. Well,
Like,
that's the
that's
whole
all I
thing.
wear. Like I have like all
You don't have a single on-field hat
I have one. I have the Kelly Green Ace hat.
with the white A, right?
Yeah. Other than that,
It's a
I
good
have
one.
all my hats are like Trevor right now. Like he's wearing an off.
Yeah, that's not a. Yeah, that's just a different.
Yeah.
New
Baseball
era.
just rules in the world of baseball hats.
Right, correct.
It's amazing. Like you should go through it. Like me and Charlie talking earlier. I think the A's easily have number one.
Might be a little biased.
But
maybe just a little.
Brewers and
Some
Orioles.
sick hats.
Brewers and Orioles are two good teams to look through. Charlie's bringing up the Braves.
I love Braves hats. I love early Padre hats. I like
Early Padre, as in the Tucker, the fat guy.
Yeah, the Friar.
Yeah, Friar Tucker.
Yeah, he's great. It's iconic. It's swinging
Padre.
Padres, dude. Yeah, exactly.
The swinging Padres.
it's so good. Yeah.
Do you love the brown with the yellow, like the pinstripes they wear?
Not really. Not really.
I do like
Not
the,
as
I do like the
clean as
pinstripes.
Not really. I don't like. I get that, but see, for that swinging Padre hat, it is brown because that was their color back then. So I mean, I can't. I'm not a huge fan of the like gray with the brown pinstripes.
I do
I mean,
like-
brown
I'm not a
in
huge fan
general
of
is just a color that's not too appealing.
I would
it looks
lend
like
myself
turds.
to say that as well. You don't say. Oh, sorry. My Mariners have a good case for
Dude,
the
Chuck,
trident with the S. We have some good logos.
I'm not as
and
big
some
of-
good color schemes.
Not as big as fans as I am of the Trident. I think that one we talked off pod, that blue with the black bill with the Trident, I think that's easily Charlie's best hat. I haven't gone through all of them, like all of the off-brands. Because off-brand, like I'm wearing an off-brand hat. Most of my A's hats are all like
Well, they're not off-brand. They're just not necessarily
the game
on
worn.
field. Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of on-field hats. I wear a lot of the offshoots.
Sometimes I want specific on-field hats, but then other times I just like good flowing color schemes with the logo. Like it depends.
Oakland, it says up top. Nobody can see, but it says Oakland Athletics. It doesn't just say athletics.
Go, Trev.
So I have another question too.
Ask away.
Being that you're partially colorblind, like how do those
No
bright
idea.
colors like pop? to you?
No idea. They look different. Probably that's why I see stuff. Maybe
let me ask you something. Before you bought that hat last night or 2 nights ago or whatever,
the gray one.
yeah, the Lakers hat. Did you ask Angelique what
No,
the
I
colors
didn't.
were? You just did. You just,
I already had checked in on that hat, but I already knew.
that it was gray.
I knew it was gray.
Okay.
But the purple's purple because
Right.
it's Lakers.
Right.
So that's a hard thing. Like the Lakers, I don't think have great colors for me.
Well,
purple is
purple
not a-
and gold. Purple and
And it's
gold.
not
Sometimes white, sometimes black. but
that's
purple
not,
and gold.
But purple and gold is not a great color scheme.
I disagree. I think it can look really good.
I
It's
think it
just
look really
not-
good, but the purple sometimes the way the purple can look on like hats and stuff can look.
Sorry, I'm a Huskies
Not-
fan, brother.
yeah.
I got to rock purple on my dome quite often.
I don't know, man. Lakers and then basketball hats just kind of suck. Like I went and tried some basketball hats on.
I got
the
a
other
basketball
day,
hat on right now. I love this.
But that
hat.
one
This
worked
is
out
one of-
well.
This is one
I
of
know,
my
but-
favorite hats.
But I didn't find one that worked like that. Like they had the very limited like number at lids.
Well, sure. No, I only order online.
Well, that's why I got
I have to.
That's why I got
I
that
have
gray Lakers hat
Right.
on.
I
I
know.
can't wait to wear that in a couple weeks when it comes on.
No, I
gonna
want
be
to
a
see
sick
you in an all purple Lakers hat. That's what I want to see you in.
Well, I found one I kind of like that's purple and black. I like the purple
That
and
makes
black
sense.
bill.
Black.
Yeah, that makes
helps.
sense.
But
I
I
like
got-
the way the black cuts through it, though. I won't disagree.
But it's the L with the basketball. But I gotta find it. I'm not just buying it to try it.
I get
need
you.
to- because
I
it's
understand.
a Mitchell and Ness hat, and sometimes those don't fit great.
I have a lot of Mitchell and Ness hats, and most of them fit quite well.
Mine looks more the different like. I really like a different like hats.
We were talking about the Cincinnati C. That one's great. The black with the red bill with the red C.
Red top, black bill, white C.
Oh, you like the white C version?
I want the white C.
Oh no, see, I think I like the all black with the red bill and then the red and
The
black.
red
C.
C's sick too, but I like the red,
I think I like that one
black
more.
with the white C too.
But the color pattern in general all kind of lines up, right? Like those are good hats.
Pittsburgh Pirates,
Classic with the
all
P.
black with the yellow P is
Classic.
very hard.
In general, I think just the single letter on like a good color scheme just looks good.
If
I
it's
agree, 'cause-
stitched right and it's sent,
I agree because I agree with the.
Atlanta looks good when they do their A against
Yeah,
the blue,
I
the
think
red A against
I
the
do,
blue
but
bill.
it's a nice hat, but it doesn't go up. One that goes up on my list more than that one is the C
Okay.
with the Cleveland Guardians
now, yeah.
instead of the Indian. I think
Really?
the C is a better look than the A, even though it's almost the exact same color scheme. I like the way the C looks better than the A for Atlanta and Cleveland.
Just the
I
fonts.
do think that the old Indians hat was one that you definitely could put up
Oh,
on the
that-
fucking rocker.
Yeah, dude. I loved the
old
Cleveland
Indians
I
hat
know,
was
I know.
sick,
They were
dude.
all good. Well, it's red and blue. That red, blue, and white scheme with a little touch of gold can
it's
work
clean.
so fucking
It's
well.
clean.
It's a
It's
classic
it's
baseball
just like
combo.
the green and yellow, like the one you're wearing. Is
Sure,
goes
no,
on.
like, well, I just there's
And the
so
Packers.
there's certain color patterns specifically in baseball that just like call back to like certain franchises, right? Like, and I think that's what makes baseball hats so great, and I think it also makes it to where like
The Orioles we haven't touched. on.
don't. We just looked at. You can see it. There's a red A's hat. Why is there a
Don't do
red
that.
A's hat? Why is there a red Dodgers hat? Why is there a red Yankees hat? Why is there like why do those hats exist? Like
Do you remember that one A's hat I had that was white with the blue bill that had the American flag in the
Yeah.
A? That was one of
Uh-huh.
the 4th of July ones. That was sick.
right, you don't have that hat?
No, that was a
you
long.
beat the
time.
shit out of
Oh,
it?
that hat was long gone. Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, I have hats from that long ago, dude, for sure.
I know. I
Oh,
We
I
talked
absolutely
about it,
do.
though. Zach has the outer rotation.
Yeah, I don't. No,
I have
I
rotation
have
instead
I
of
have
fall
I have
off.
hats from the time I was like early living here, like. So yeah, I didn't take any from like Washington necessarily, but like when I'm like I have hats from like 2003, 2002, 2003 for sure. I'll bring them on.
Oh, okay, it fits.
No, but it just luckily I don't have to throw mine away when I add because I got more. I have
I don't
hats.
know.
love
Sometimes you should throw them away, though.
That hat was
after
worn
a
so
while.
much.
Some
Sure.
of the wear
Hey,
gets bad.
Hey, if you're fine with doing it, that's fine. I'm not. I don't feel like I have to.
I mean, you don't have to, but you probably should.
Probably should.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I know, man. There's so many good baseball hats. Like if you were a hat collector, not a baseball fan, baseball
the
is
original
way you
Tampa,
roll.
the Ray hat with
Yeah.
the Ray flying across
Yeah.
it. Love that one. That's a clean one. Or even that TB with like the The Rainbow Ray that they had, I thought was pretty legit. With the purple, that was a good use of purple. I thought the OG Tampa Bay Rays used purple pretty well.
Purple bill, black.
Yeah, that looked good.
I'm a Cardinals fan.
Dude,
with
the throwback Montreal Expos, we've talked about that,
Yes.
which is another blue, white, and red, color scheme. Even the Toronto Blue Jays, they have some sick fucking hats. That J is fucking dope. Like, it can look good.
It depends on which one you're looking at, but I think the Blue Jays can rock it with the blue and the white. You can get some really good, because the Royals only have one good hat, and it's when you put the KC in the shield. I don't love the regular KC.
Just by itself? You just
I
don't
want
like
the KC in like
I get
KC with like a shield
right.
hat. That's the
I
one
understand
I like
that one.
that
I get, yeah. Rocky's got some clean fucking hats just because that logo is pretty sweet.
Well, and see, they do a good job with the purple too.
Yeah, they do. Yes.
What do you feel about like the St. Louis? The
Cardinals
red,
classic.
White.
That's a fist bump, dude.
I love the two.
That's a fist bump. That's a good bring up. That bat with the two birds.
That's the one I wanted.
That's the one.
It was dark blue, red bill with the two Cardinals on it. Epic.
Because I was just thinking red, white.
No. So you had one that was red bill,
blue.
That dark
You
blue
love
they
the
did.
tricolor. You love
and
the
then
tricolor.
you had the birds on top.
Right.
No, the whole thing was dark blue.
Oh,
not
okay.
Tricolor.
I think I remember that
birds
hat.
and the two birds on
Down
top. That was their
have to see
alternative.
it.
That one was sick.
The Cardinals do have some fucking great hats.
Because otherwise, you're just throwing the SL on either the dark blue or the.
But the SLT does look good. The STL does look good though. I do like that hat. I'm not gonna say for just a letter hat that I don't like it. I do think.
I think the P outshines it. The P outshines most.
And you were talking earlier off pod of the other red and white team, the Angels.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
They have some sick. No, because their lineage is long, dude. If you go back to the California Angels, that CA hat with the halo's dope. Like, I even like that stupid fucking 2000 to 2006 logo with the wings flying off the A.
Like, get on it.
I think they got some legit alternate. The small A looks cool. Like,
I can't get
for
on
Anaheim,
I can't get on any of the Angels.
and that's fine.
I
Them
like
and the Red
color
Sox, I
scheme.
will never.
The Red Sox are boring. The Red Sox are boring as fuck. Like,
Never done
they
that.
the all navy with the red B is classic and iconic. I get it, but
I don't
like,
care that blue and yellow is the color of your subway. It's a bad color for your
oh,
team.
that City Connect was fucking horrendous.
It's one of the worst.
Oh yeah.
Worst.
Oh yeah.
I
Eyesore.
hate the Red Sox.
Eyesore.
I hate the tuck rule. I hate Boston sports.
Hate.
Celtics, Red Sox, Bruins, Patriots, every other team in that damn city. I hate you.
I'm gonna buy a hat of each one of those. I'm gonna make you wear a goddamn Red Sox hat the next time you lose a fight. Yeah, you're welcome.
Turn
Bring it, brother.
Turn it up.
You gotta spend that cash money.
Now you're sure that's true. I don't want to do that. I don't want to
Buy
do
a
that.
Patriots hat, Chuck.
Ah.
I'll make you wear one too. You hate them just as much.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Patriots.
I can't wait. We're got a lot of hat bets. I can't wait.
Coming up, Hat Bet City.
You guys, you know what we're closing in on is fucking 100 pods, you guys. This is 97.
I won't be here
round
next
odds.
week, so we got that. But then we have our first guest in a couple weeks, so we locked that down.
Should we hit her on 9-9 before?
Well, you guys are gonna do one. You guys will do one next
Yeah,
week.
we'll
So that'll be
probably run one,
9-8.
just him and I.
If it works.
So then, so the 9-9 will come up with our whole entire. I got a couple ideas, but
Okay.
we'll give a other than basketball and NHL playoffs. We'll try to script the whole thing.
Great.
that would be different.
Quarterback rankings pod 9-9.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
try to bring that
quarterback
chair over.
rankings.
We might have to do
conference,
this.
team
That would be helpful.
rankings
We might
coming up.
we might have to do that on a weekday, like a.
Sure.
Because we
We'll
can
work
put
that out off pod. Hey, you guys.
We're just talking, brother.
We were.
Candy.
We want to hear from you what
Smoking
your favorite
cigars.
hats are.
And what are your favorite cigars?
There you go. That is cigars. Cheers. Enjoy
Cheers,
your brews.
everybody, to a great
Enjoy
3-day weekend.
sports.
Absolutely.
We missed a bunch of races that happened. It was a race weekend for Indy and
No.
NASCAR.
I ain't know racing kind of
we
fell
cover,
there,
we cover
brother.
the big three, brother.
Yeah.
Well, golf, we do a little golf action. Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever. Actually, hold on.
Chicago Sky not winning the game.
Check
yet.
this out. You guys got to go find an article
Uh-oh.
on Caitlin
After
Clark. Somebody did-
recording.
Yes, still on an economic impact she's had. Find the article. I'll have to find it too. the economic impact she's had on the WNBA and stuff like that, it's insane.
Well,
of the percentage of stuff she sold, the amount of tickets and everything, dude. I will have to find the article. That will be another thing we'll have to bring up.
It makes sense,
Look
though.
for
She
it.
draws so many eyes. Every time I see a WNBA highlight, it's her shooting some deep-ass
17 of the top 20 games last season all featured Caitlin Clark, whether it was home or away or regular season or postseason.
Her money that she's bringing into like
Hair
stadiums
long, money long.
and like
Me and
jersey
broke
sales,
brothers, we don't get along.
talking about hats and jerseys and
do
shit
it,
like
make it
that.
rain.
Yeah. So we'll have to look that up, but we'll be bringing that
Dude,
back
she
too.
does. Yeah, no, shout. All right, come back for Pod 98, which will just be me and Money.